Okay, my lovelies, part three. Here we go again. Let's see what we have. Straight out, the high priestess, spiritual growth. Here she says she's holding the Torah, which is supposed to be a book of knowledge. Torah also, some people refer to it as like the Old Testament. Also having spiritual knowledge, having the gift of sight, spiritual insight, um, and being able to see those things that are unknown, having the ability to have the experience of one's youth, the fullness and the fullness of the body of life as it is, and the understanding of what it is to cross over. So having great wisdom through time and energy, being very intelligent, very strong, and very powerful, and not very available. So I see that there is some definite leveling up. Some people may be spending time with their spiritual family. You may be becoming reconnected in some ways also. I like this King of Swords. We have very much Aquarian energy. We have a lot of spiritual energy moving, but we're also dealing with things logically as well. So being spiritually minded, being grounded, being connected in that spiritual way, not grounded in the sense of only the things that we can see, but also dealing with the truth of matters, okay? You know, this being Aquarius, dealing with the truth of matters, questioning things, wanting the details, wanting to know things that are going to be practical, and also speaking one's truth, understanding who and what you are. With the Page of Wands, you move forth in a very passionate manner, very excited about the new opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves to you. Here we are with the Six of Wands. Hello, victory, victorious. It's through your wisdom, through that strong self-control, this knowledge, this wisdom in which you are navigating through life, that you're giving off a new aura. And it may not be new for all of you, but for the most part, people are going to see your strength. In some ways, it may invoke jealousy. In other ways, it would be great admiration. And of course, if you have admiration, if people are actually seeing you, this means that you're going to have people who are going to be intimidated maybe by you. Here we are. This is who you are in the center card. This is the card of justice. Major arcana, this is the effects that's happening on your life. Spiritual growth, new knowledge, new understanding, revelations, and you are studying and you are growing and your knowledge is getting greater, and you are here where you are receiving your karma, creating your karma, choosing justice. You are the embodiment of justice, actually going through this right now. Some of you know exactly what it is that you believe that is right and just, and you're standing in that gap. And some people are growing and feeling pulled apart and maybe having some difficulty creating that balance. It's a major arcana, so someone could be going through some major changes right now. That being said, I'm looking at victory. If somebody has a court case, okay, and there are going to be some moves. Be mindful, there is a lot of traveling happening right now. But the Eight of Wands, this card of Sagittarian, is shoot your shot. I want to tell you, I'm looking at Leo, and this is Libra, and this is also Sagittarius, also a fire sign, I wanted to say. Page of Wands represents all of our fire, okay? Whether it's Aries, whether it's Sagittarius, whether it's Leo, okay? So it can represent all of that energy up here. That being said, you may be feeling like in your mind, feeling restless, wanting to initiate something. You may be feeling like, I'm not afraid to be in front and center right now with the Taurus energy and feeling emboldened. You may be there. Or some of you may be, I don't give a crap about the rest of the world. I'm still chasing my dreams and doing what's pleasing to me. But at the same time, you are learning new cultures. You're looking forward to traveling. You have your passport in tow and you're ready to go. And so some of you may be there also. And so you're shooting your shot, right? And so this is part 3 of the message, just so you know. I like this because I'm seeing through, we talk about great recognition. Somebody's looking at a new marriage, new proposal, or a new partnership with someone who is different. This is how this deck is. That being said, the person doesn't necessarily always have to look different from you, but they could be the polar opposite. You're an extrovert, they're an introvert. You like to dance and you are into the arts, and they like to read all the time, and they are more reserved in that area. They appreciate the alone time, or maybe they appreciate a different form of art. Maybe they like to watch as opposed to perform. You understand? That being said, this is something that's going to complement you. If you're starting a business, these two energies are going to come together. As long as we have respect, right? We have respect and we have the passion. We're passionate about the endeavor, whether this is a relationship or a new business, okay? Maybe starting a cooperative. Here we are with this King of Cups. King of Cups presented himself already before. And so I want you to know with that Two of Cups, very Cancerian energy, emotional fulfillment, okay? But then we have here the King of Cups. This is the embodiment of someone who is strong-willed, strong mind, very deep in thought, can be highly spiritual. However, this is someone who can be reserved, okay? Maybe closed-mouthed with the feelings, not as good with the communication. But if they do communicate, you have to be very careful and very mindful that the actions are in alignment with the words. That being said, this is screaming an emotional intelligence. This is screaming support. If you're looking for someone who's going to be a good love in your life, this being said, if this is your new partner, this is somebody who's going to meet you emotionally, spiritually, someone who is supportive, someone who can love you, someone who has the ability to think with you and to create something beautiful, okay? So it's quite possible. That being said, here we are with the Knight of Coin. I absolutely love this Knight of Coin energy. With all of this, I'm going to tell you, it's screaming Virgo, because that means we're not going to fail to look at the details, okay? Being great investigators and a little bit critical of everything that's happening, that means that even with all of this passion and wanting to go, that there's going to be an attention to detail and consistency. Knight of Coin is consistency. We love our knights because they move, but we love our coins because it is consistent. If it is consistent and persistent, if it's moving at a steady rate over time, it is more likely to be successful, more successful over time as well. What we don't see coming, wow, Ace of Cups, that is a major, major blessing. I see the Ace of Cups. I call this my Psalm 23 card. If you've ever been through changes and if life is making you feel way down, look at the card that comes right before it. Ten of Wands, that's that card of maybe heavy burdens, a lot of experiences, but you're closer to home. You've carried a lot. You have a lot of wisdom. You've done what you needed to do, but the card that comes right before that is celebration. Usually don't do this, but we have the Five of Wands right before that one. Five of Wands is one where we are learning, we are growing, we may be even in a battle, but there will be cause for celebration. That being said, you bring back all of your experiences and all of what you earned, all of what you've been able to do, and you bring it back home. You make your way back home. You celebrate, and yes, you carry this heavy burden, but you're not overburdened. And it's through you being this strong soldier, it's through all the sacrifices that you have made that has brought you to this place where you're going to get the fulfillment, where you're going to be receiving all of the great honors. The karma, the energies of the universe are going to be in alignment. Some of you are going to get rest from all of the strife. Some of you are going to get relief, but you're going to go through a thing first. Understand that. And that being said, when you see the Ten of Wands, some people see it as just being heavy burden, but wands represent action, represents passion and action. So when you get to the Ten of Wands, meaning that you've had a lot of experiences, you've been through a lot of things, you have gathered wisdom along the way. Sometimes you will be battered. Sometimes it will show in gray hairs. Sometimes it will show in painful backs. Sometimes it will show in a sense of having a stiff neck, for some people. But when you do it in such a way, remember, say your daily affirmation, say your prayers if that's what you do, meditate, take a moment of silence, inhale deeply, exhaling the things that don't serve you. Reimagine your life. Remember, every moment of rejection is for your protection. So one door closes, another one must open. Reimagine also what it is that you have to do. I see this one with all of these sticks coming back home. Some people may be coming back home, and this is a necessary also. Time for that cycle where we, as the people, support one another. You see all the rich people, they create compounds. They live with each other. They keep all of their resources together. And they have most of us here in the States anyway, believing that we have to be individual. We have to be on our own. You have to run and leave your parents' house and spend money with someone else, enrich someone else. No, time to bring those resources home. Time to unlearn the bad things and relearn how to take care of ourselves and one another. Much love to you. Mwah. Some of you will be creating new families. Okay? There you go. part 3.